Hello everyone, and today I shall be doing a scored review on Lost Odyssey's DLC Triple Bonus Pack. Now this DLC consists of 3 separate items that get added to your inventory immediately upon starting the game after installation. The first of which is a ring, and I will show you in a second. This ring is called the Killer Machine, which adds the effects of Machine Killer 3 Plus, Magic Killer 3 Plus, Spirit Killer 3 Plus, as you see on the screen here. The second item is a valuable item called Memory Lamp. It allows you to view memory, a magical diary orb, and it's found on the Nautilus, which, as you saw, I just pulled out of the white boa. I'm going to show you where to find the memory lamp. Once you enter the Nautilus cockpit, you come all the way out to the very end of the crew quarters, and in this back corner you will find this glowing orb that you examine. It'll ask you to use it, and what this does is it allows you to view any cutscene in the game you've already seen, all the way up to the last one before you go fight the final battle. The last item that you get with this DLC is called, the valuable item is called Shattered Bond. Now this item is a key item like in the double pack, which allows you to trigger a 1,000 Years of Dreams. This one also takes place in Aura, but unlike the double bonus pack one, it's not accessible at the beginning of the game. It's only accessible after you come back to Aura after someone's taken it over, to avoid spoilers, which, I mean, I'll be honest, it doesn't really matter. I've already done a full walkthrough for the game, and I will show you where it's located in Aura. Now, this DLC is going to be ranked on 5 categories, and the first one is graphics, and this DLC doesn't do anything out of the ordinary for graphics. I mean, the cutscenes are the ones you view in the game as you're playing, and the ring doesn't have any unique looks to it, and the 1,000 Years of Dreams is just a wall of text with a story behind it. Now, the second one is story. This one does have a slight story attached to it, which is the 1,000 Years of Dream, which explains a little bit more of Kime's past in the 1,000 years he's been living. Nothing new for the 1,000 Years of Dreams. Now for gameplay and controls, this adds a little bit to it, which is a ring, but the ring effects are available in other rings, maybe not all together on the same ring. And the ability to watch previous cutscenes, which that's a nice touch. Now, music and sound effects. I think the 1,000 Years of Dreams does add a few new sounds, but nothing that's going to make it earth-shattering to come see, listen to. And as far as I'm aware, I think this one also uses the same music and sound effects found previously in the game. This DLC also does not add any new achievements. So this DLC, if I remember correctly, I forgot to check, I think was $3. And the ring is useful in the DLC for the Seeker of the Deep, which is the final DLC that I haven't done yet. But outside of that, there's not really a whole bunch of robots that you come across normally. I mean, there's a handful of spots, so it's going to be hit or miss in the core story. The 1,000 Years of Dreams was a nice touch. It explains the PO War Camp. and the ability to go back, as I said, to see previous cutscenes is nice instead of having to replay the whole game. Now, I give video games and DLCs 5 out of 10 as average, unlike the industry standard of 7 or 8. And all in all, I would give this DLC, I would say an 8. I would give it a 9, but the fact that, to me personally, I think this DLC should have been free like the double pack because it doesn't really add a whole lot to the game. But if you want a nice ring, a little bit more story, and the ability to rewatch cutscenes, it's a worthy purchase. But for the casual gamer, not so much. So I would only recommend this DLC for anybody who's a diehard RPG fan and um, who wants to get everything that the game has to offer out of it. So 8 out of 10, and I'll see you guys in the next scored review.